comes around, line them up together, the footy wins hands down. Up there, Crusaders, in there and fight. Out there.
G'day members, welcome to the second episode of Golf Premier League Classified. I've got Ben here again, our expert analyst. Ben, it's been a great start to the season. We've had some really interesting battles, some tight contests, some really narrow defeats. How have you seen the season shaping up so far, mate?
Michael, thanks for having me again. It's great to be back. I know my opinion was expert last time, and I think it's going to be just as good this time. So I'm looking forward to giving the members another good heads up on how all the teams are going. So first of all, going to start with top of the ladder performers. Dubbo's my par. So far undefeated.
Undefeated at the top
doing
of the ladder, yep.
really well. Cam Boyle probably the standout, throwing in some really good scores. They're just really super consistent. So looks like they're going to have a good bunch of players coming through, except for Chris Holly. Chris Holly really needs to lift at some stage through the season.
He's probably been told that once or twice before.
Yeah, he has. He's actually useless. So, but if he can get through, then they might be able to remain on top.
One of Cam Mott's fancies too, I think. Dude, where's my car? He had some money on Cam Boyle for the crown, I think. So
did he?
He'd be quietly happy with where they're sitting, right?
Excellent.
Terrific by name, terrific by nature, doing very well so far. They are 2-1. Their only
Doing
loss
well.
has been to better than Carlton in a really high scoring affair. My man Al Levine dominating at this stage. He's had rounds of 36, 32 and 39. And his brother, who's just as consistent, Stanley's had 33, 33 and 31. So as
scores.
predicted, Levine's out of the blocks early. Michael Sucker's been a really good support role for the team too. He's been very consistent and terrific. Certainly, they had plenty of promise early, and they've certainly lived up to that. And this week's going to be a great week for them as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing really well. So they're not far behind. On to the next team, number 3 on the ladder is the Huckers. These guys got really great team dynamics. They're doing exceptionally well. Big spread of players. I don't think there's been one player in the top so far. So they're actually all throwing in their good rounds every now and then. There's always someone different stepping up to the plate, so putting through a good round. So very good team. They're definitely one to keep an eye on throughout the season.
Great, excellent. The Mulligans, not far behind them in 4th. They are also, they're 2-1. The only loss was to the Morning Glory, which was a very hard contest. Darren Walker off to a flyer. 2 rounds of 36. Hasn't been sighted since. Rumour has it Asada was seen knocking on the Walker's household's door.
Mm-hmm.
Darren was seen running out the back door with a passport and a one-way ticket to Norway. It hasn't been sighted since. Rumours floating around social media would suggest he is in fact in Norway.
Okay, I don't think it's a sight anyone want to see. Darren running at all, I wouldn't think.
No, well, what he's doing in Norway, we're not sure. All we can hope for is he's back soon. His team needs him. Mel Klotz can't hold the team himself. He's been very solid, but we certainly hope Darren gets back safe and keeps the Mulligans going and tries to get them back to the glory that they had last year.
Definitely. So next on, Molly Dukers, again, 2-1. This is a team that I thought were going to be no good, but they've actually proven me wrong. So CT, Chris Turner, has put in some fantastic rounds so far. Unfortunately, I don't reckon the big rig's going to hold up. It looks like he's been working out a little too much. Looks like he's been doing a few too many squats. So I think he could be a big issue. So they might need someone else to step up. So some of the older fellas through the Molly Dukers could need to step up to keep the team's hopes alive.
Great. Now Chris has certainly been in good form, so good to see Chris. Well done. Morning Glory, also 2-1. As you see, a number of these teams are 2-1, so the next couple of weeks are going to be really important. The Morning Glory off to a reasonable start. You thought they'd flop early, but they've been pretty solid. 2-1.
Still time.
The trio of Delench, Scantos and Hooper, very consistent. They've been in the top 4 every round. So, as to be expected, Scott Hooper, a former champion of the club. Scantos has got a very good pennant record, as we know.
He does,
Glenn Fluff Delench, he's won a bit as well.
He does.
Yeah, obviously. So they've been great, but surely those guys can't carry the load all year. So I'm hoping the other guys will step up soon.
They might struggle though. There's still time. I reckon they're going to die. They're not going to be great.
Dave Horn is due for a really big round.
He needs to do something. He needs to actually do something, otherwise they're going to struggle.
Certainly can't say he's doing the Crownland medal any sort of honour this year.
Won't go back to back.
Okay.
Going to struggle going back to back, I feel. Okay, next up, the President's Men. Now we're getting into the 1 and 2, so only the one win so far. Jack Raz holding the team together pretty well, alongside the captain and former Calvin Klein model, Michael Dubs. He's doing very, very well, holding the team together. As expected, the President, lack of leadership, struggling a little bit. We have adjusted his putting, so hopefully the next coming rounds can actually hold some one-footers and actually just convert to get above 30 points for once, which would be really handy for my... would be great. That'd be great for my teaching as well. Thanks, Michael.
Great, thanks, Ben. The Goonies are also 1 and 2. They've gone down some really close contests this year. They've been short on some numbers, but with a full team, some of their consistent performers, Johnny Neeson and Henny Poole, I reckon these guys can bounce back, and I'm tipping a really strong finish over the next 3 rounds under the captaincy of the Don. Okay,
interesting. Basically, as their team name states, great pretenders. It looks like they actually are very much pretenders. Sitting 9th at, well, again, 1 and 2. They do need to lift. Team has been struggling to get some consistent high scores in there. They're averaging between 30 and 34 points, which isn't really enough to get the team across the line to get a few wins on the board. So they definitely need to, as a team, need to lift and actually grow to get some few high scores up there to get a win.
Great. Better than Carlton, the man of the moment, Joey Borenstein. He's been the standout performer of the year so far. Probably the best rookie pickup, I would have thought, of the year. New to the season, Joey, and he's come out flying. One of the favourites for the Crownload. He's moved into $1.90, would you believe, as one of the favourites. Rounds of 40, 35 and 33.
Exceptional.
And he's been fantastic. Errol Kaplan's looking as sharp as a knife, as to be expected, but the rest of the team need to really get around Joey and give him support in these last 4 rounds.
Okay, all right, on to the BFDs. Tony Beek, he's the highest scorer of the team with 37, but again, the team's just not scoring enough. Leon Burston literally has burst, has got needs some better rounds in there to try and boost the teams up. Fadge, do something, please, for your team. Be there. That's Dave Fankind, if everyone was worrying. So just do something to get the team up and above the board, please.
Great, some really nice words from BFD. I'm sure the BFDs will come home strong. Amen Corner, sitting on the bottom of the ladder. Unfortunately, they are 0-3 at this stage. Again, these guys do need to say a few more prayers if they want to get a couple of wins on the board. They have gone down in some close contests. Rob Spilkin and Rob Goldstein have put a couple of really good rounds together. But to be honest, I think your man Cyril Batten, he's probably not lifting his side of the bargain.
No, I think he's actually he does really need to pull his weight to actually do something. Come on, Cyril, I need you. I know I did put a lot of pressure on you, but please help me along this. This is a crisis for me. Please.
So that's our Saturday comp. This week, this Saturday is going to be a super round. Obviously, last week we had the cancellation due to the fog. So this round is as big and as important as any round of the season. Every team plays 2 other teams. Double points up for grabs for the Crownload.
It'll be very big.
This week really shapes it up, and we're looking forward to seeing how it goes after Saturday.
It'll be big for the ladder, I feel. So it could be an interesting week.
And we've also got a Sunday comp this year, so welcome to our Sunday members. This is fantastic. We've got 6 teams of 6 players in our Sunday comp. We are 1 round in, and we've had some really good contests already. The Flames, off to an absolute flyer. They are leading. They beat...
GTS!
They beat Diamond in the Rough. Actually, sorry, they beat... who did they beat, Ben?
Looks like they beat...
GTS!
Dimpled Balls. Dimpled Balls were unfortunate to have a loss against the Flames. Jenna Smith has been in exceptional form lately, so I reckon she could be the one to get that team through.
Yeah, Jenna's my smoking for the Crownload actually this year, and they had Jen had 37, John Angwin had 35, and Gloria had 34. So those guys are off to an absolute flyer. Dimple Balls, sorry, a bit of a mix-up before. Dimple Balls did have a victory in the first round. Brendan Davis and Peter Trudgeon, rounds of 34 each. Very, very solid. So good to see a couple of players in the Saturday comp and the Sunday comp as well. Caledonia, they had a really good win.
Mick Rainey had 39 points, which was a very good score.
An excellent score, and also Ian McNeil had 36 points, and those guys got up over Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Andy.
A really tight affair as well. So Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Andy.
Get it out there eventually.
Yeah,
Ben.
well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
That's
Appreciate it.
really good.
Dave's the Jewelers, 38 points, came out strong in the first round, so look out for Dave's name a bit more, and Tony Kelly had 34 as well. So
Andy Van Bakel in that team, he could be very, very smoky. He's coming into a little bit of form.
Okay.
He had a lesson last week, so he's going to be doing very well. And I believe that team name is Everyone Loves Andy.
yes,
It is. Well done.
thanks for that, mate. I
It's
really
good. You're doing well.
appreciate this.
You are very professional today.
Thank you. Diamond in the Rough, under the captaincy of Michael Diamond, great name. We've also got Annette and Johnny Landys in there, Ian Bayer. Alana Green is also one of my tips for the Crown Load, the Sunday Crown Load.
Very consistent.
She puts in so much time out there, and
Very consistent
she's liable to some really good scores. And also Eddie Gelbart's in that team. Michael Diamond, 36 points in the first round. And the final team was GTS. Phil Skirmer had 32 points, and Sweet Swinger Mervyn Rubin, 33 to hold the team up. They are on the bottom of the ladder, but only one way they can go for the
Yeah,
rest
I think
of the season.
they'll pick up, and I think they'll be able to go through and be finishing in the top four, definitely.
Excellent. So that wraps up the second round, or the second episode of GPL Classified. Good luck to everyone playing this weekend in the Saturday and the Sunday comps. We wish you all the best for a great weekend, and thanks for your time, Beck.
Pleasure, Mike. Thank you, mate.
Good, mate.